Hello. On this edition of the program, a look at a neighborhood beautification project that's making a difference in Baltimore. With pleasant spring weather here, MTA invites you and your bike for a ride. There's plenty to see and enjoy in our state capital. We'll pay Annapolis a visit and a look at the Preakness, all right here. Hello, I'm Anthony Brown. Welcome to Commuter Connections. MTA is not only committed to providing reliable service to the region, it's also interested in helping to maintain the environment around us, especially in our communities. An example of this commitment can be found in North Baltimore, not far from the sites of both the present and future MTA Kirk Division facilities. There, the MTA has assisted in the development of a Midway Park. Engineering Project Manager Priya Iyer joins us with more on this project. Welcome.
Thank you, Anthony.
Okay, first of all, let's talk about the area. What area are we talking about?
The park is located close to the existing Kirk Bus Division. As you mentioned earlier in the introduction, there are new developments occurring. The existing bus division is getting refurbished and a new maintenance division is being added. Right next to that, at the northwest corner of Kirk Avenue and Bartlett Avenue, Bartlett Alley, is the park located. It was created from a portion of the existing site. So.
Okay, and I said Midway Park, and that's actually the name of the park?
That is the name of the park that the community selected to name it once the park was completed.
That sounds good. So it's a community project. So what's been the connection with the community? The MTA's been working with the community on this?
When we started the two larger projects, the modernization projects, we worked with the community to develop a park there, just as a way of giving back to the community, since we have been in there for a long time. And also as a request that came from the community. So we work with the community to develop the park as to what they would like to see in it, and in a larger context. They wanted a gazebo and a walking path and trees and stuff. So we've added all of that into that park.
So it sounds like an excellent idea and a great addition to the community. So what's been the response from the community with the opening of the park? The
park has been off recently. I've heard from my colleagues that people have been in the park using it since the winter has been harsh, and now in the springtime they've been in the park using it. So that's what it was intended for.
That's great. You said earlier gazebo. So what are some of the specific elements in the park again?
They have a gazebo. They have a short walking path. There are flowering plants and planting beds. There's a larger expanse of grass area, and kids can play there if they need to. So it's and trees and benches and other stuff.
It sounds like an excellent idea. Now, who will maintain it? Will it be the MTA, or will it be the community, or a combination?
As of right now, MTA is maintaining it, but we have talked to Baltimore City Parks and Recs to kind of do a collaboration with them, where they will be taking over the maintenance of the park. So we'll be doing an agreement with them, so they will eventually take over the maintenance of the park.
Excellent idea. I know there's been a great deal of development in that area. You referenced the two MTA projects, so this sounds like a real strong community effort.
Yes, it was initiated by the community. It just was a great stepping stone to develop better relations between MTA and the community.
Real important. Having experienced the Kirk Division and what was going on with the process of modernizing that facility, I know the community has been very focused on making sure that the MTA left not only a bus presence there, but a community-oriented presence. So it sounds like that's happened.
Yes, that has happened. And I think the positive thing is that we have had it has opened a lot of communication between the community and MTA. these projects have led to that.
Okay, sounds great. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
Midway Park. I'll have to stop by and take a look at the park.
Absolutely, and let me know what it looks like.
All right, sounds excellent. In an effort to develop transit professionals who are committed to quality service and the mission of MTA, the agency recently hired, trained, and graduated a dedicated class of MTA bus operators who have marching orders and a focus on service excellence.
The Maryland Transit Administration held its first bus operator graduation of the year for 14 outstanding individuals. The ceremony celebrated each candidate that completed the training and passed their CDL exam. Families attended to show support for their loved ones, while instructors and executive staff delivered powerful words of encouragement.
Our operators, you are our face. You are our nucleus. You are the heartbeat of this organization. And I want you to take that seriously.
Not only did we give them a license, but we gave them a career. Mr. Ingram gave us an old proverb that some of you may know, that if you give a man a fish, he can eat for a day. But if you teach him how to fish, he can eat for a lifetime.
And after 8 weeks of rigorous training, these new operators were eager to get their badges and begin their career.
Hopefully, I'm hoping to retire from here. That is my goal. I came here with a purpose, and I'm not going to stop just now.
We really owe everything to our instructors. To be able to stand in front of the administration and be called the foundation of the MTA, it's a blessing.
Indeed, these new operators are the foundation and the future of the MTA.
MTA invites you to use your bicycle on transit the next time you ride. We'll show you just how easy it is next.
Listen now, can you hear the bluebirds? Oh, look up now, can you feel the sun? Whoa, 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 whoa. Can you feel the sun?
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally. I did. Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands?
My son has lots of dolls.
But did you know terracloth diapers breathe better?
I did.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know that strollers have the right of way on the sidewalk?
Yes.
Yep, I did. Did you guys
Did you know that kids who eat breakfast have higher GPAs?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. That's actually what I was going to say.
Did you know babies should never touch silver? It's really bad for them.
I knew that.
Did you guys know that statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat at the right age and size. Visit safercar.gov/the right seat to make sure your child is protected.
I'm putting that on my blog.
I just put it in mine.
Spring is finally here, and with spring comes the opportunity to ride your bicycle. Did you know that MTA services are bicycle friendly? Here to talk about the program is the program's coordinator, Mr. Patrick McMahon. Patrick, welcome to Commuter Connections.
Thank you very much, Anthony.
Okay, bicycling in this region, it's popular, isn't it?
Yes, bicycling has grown dramatically over the last few years. Bicycling's been a big thing for a long time, but over the last few years, a lot more people have been riding their bikes as a means of transportation, and as that's been happening, the surrounding jurisdictions have been adding trails, they've been adding bike lanes on the streets, and MTA's actually been working with a lot of that, trying to encourage and connect trails to our different stations and locations, and also improving trails along our corridors.
So the MTA's bicycle program, how does it work?
Well, we do a lot of different things at the MTA to encourage people to bicycle and combine bicycling with their use of transit. And so there are a variety of different ways that work. One way that works is that you can put your bicycle on the front of MTA's local buses. You can also bring your bike on light rail and metro rail trains. You can bring folding bikes onto all of our MARC trains. And then we have a new special MARC bike car that is currently operating on the weekend trains that you can bring a full-size bicycle.
Wow, sounds great. And you mentioned MARC. Now you said a specific car for bikes on weekends?
Yes, there's as the new MARC double bi-level cars have been introduced. MARC is pulling out of service some of the older single-level cars, and so a couple of those have been converted over. So those have bike racks for about 22 bikes in them, wow. And then they have seating for 40 passengers. And so right now that service is only in operation on the weekend trains, on the MARC Penn line, but there's the potential to introduce that into wider service at some point in the future.
But it's almost the perfect time. So you can not only ride here in the Baltimore area, but on the weekends you can connect with the DC area. It's convenient. And if you're connecting with transit, I guess you signal to the driver or the operator of the vehicle that you want to affix your bicycle, and that some type of communication happens, then you just do that?
I mean, if it would work as a bus passenger, it would work the very same as any other bus rider. You stand at the bus stop. As you see a bus coming, it's probably not a bad thing to wave your hand to let the operator know that you are going to be coming and getting on the bus. They'll see that you have a bike. You'll probably wave to them. You walk over, and then you can pretty easily grab this bike rack and pull it down and put your bike on there. You get on the bus, you're going to want to make sure that you let the bus operator know, maybe say where you're going to be getting off, and you probably should sit up somewhere near the front so that you can watch your bike as you're riding, and then get off and then riding away. And we do encourage folks to take any sort of loose things off of their bike before they put it on the bus.
So you said the bus, and let me applaud you. You rode your bike up here. How easy is it? Why don't you show us right here how you just place your bike right on the vehicle?
Great. It's very simple, but it is definitely something that you're going to want to practice out a little bit. And so you would walk over to the front, grab this, pull the rack down. You're going to want to put your bike in the space closest to the bus so that the next person can fit their bike on there. But the bike fits right there in that sort of area.
Really simple.
Really simple. You need to pull this out over your bike wheel, sit it in there, and then your bike's solid.
And it's secure just doing that.
Yes, and you want to take off any loose materials and get on the bus. You're going to want to sit somewhere near the front so you can pay attention, watch your bike. And then when you're getting off, just let the operator know that you're taking your bike off and put the bike rack back up.
Sounds like a great program, the MTA's bicycle program. More information, I imagine, is available on the website?
Yes, and we're also collaborating with Bike Maryland on a mobile bus bike rack that they can take out to events, put it at both bike shops and other things so that people can get to know how to use this more and be more comfortable with it.
Sounds great, Patrick. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
539-5000 is the phone number if you need more information on the MTA's bicycle program. Just ahead, a trip to Annapolis for a look at all the fun and exciting things you can see and enjoy on a visit there. That's next. Stay with us.
begun to dream of things to come, and tell the trees not to look for me. I'm going to find some peace of mind. Wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun.
You're not sitting here. Yes, I am. Move! Give it to him hard! No.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Why you stab me with it? No.
They want to help,
Ow.
but don't know how. Teach your kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
Hey, this job looks perfect. It says you need people skills.
Check.
Driver's license.
Check.
And a high school diploma. You've got one of those, right?
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
I got that.
You are good to go.
Take that first step towards a better future. Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
Clean kitchen surfaces, utensils, and hands with soapy water. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
There's so much to see and enjoy in Maryland, especially in Annapolis, our state capital. Gail Watkins of Commuter Connections recently visited Annapolis for a look at some of the fun and exciting things to do there.
There's so much to do in this great city of Annapolis, the state's capital, from various restaurants to the historical attractions. And we're joined here by Connie Del Signor, the president and CEO of Visit Annapolis. Hi, Connie.
Gail, we're delighted to have you in this beautiful city. Welcome.
Thank you. So tell us about Visit Annapolis.
Well, our sole mission is to bring visitors to Annapolis and Anne Arundel County for several reasons. One, on average, they spend about $530 per person per day, which adds up to about $3 billion a year in Anne Arundel County. And they delight in seeing this attraction. That creates jobs for people, 30,000 jobs throughout the county.
Excellent.
So that's our sole purpose, bringing new money into the city.
What would you say, outside of the being the state capital, what is the most historic significance of this great city?
Well, there are actually several things, and of course, yes, we are standing here on Lawyers Mall, right in front of the State House, which is the State House in longest continuous use in the country, and then facing the Senate building, House of Delegates building. So a lot of history takes place right here where we're standing. But in addition to that, George Washington resigned his commission right in the State House as well.
Yeah.
And when the Treaty of Paris was ratified, it was signed in Paris and ratified in Annapolis. They walked down the steps and the cobblestone and brick steps into little restaurants downtown to celebrate with a beer right after that.
Wow,
so
that
you can
is
see
so
where
amazing.
The history ties into the restaurants and the community of which you're speaking.
What's the #1 attraction here in Annapolis?
The U.S. Naval Academy, of course. It sits right in the historic district near City Dock, which is our harbor. And you can get on the yard. People are surprised by that. But you can see the midshipmen. You can dine in the hall or at the Naval Academy Club. You can see the Smithsonian Quality Museums.
Wow.
You can have a wedding there.
Oh, wow.
It's just phenomenal.
That is nice.
Yeah, people love touring it.
How about the second most?
Well, probably the historic district itself. We have lovely old homes, brick-lined streets you can walk on, and restaurants and shops on Maryland Avenue and Main Street. that are separate attractions all in themselves. And we have a Banneker Douglas Museum, for example, which is really an important and beautiful museum. People love to tour. It's very interactive. So those are right in the heart of downtown. You leave your car and you just walk around.
How many people visit Annapolis annually?
Well, there are about 6 million people who come to Anne Arundel County. Many of them say their first stop is in the city of Annapolis, the state capital. So there are several million people a year.
That is amazing. What are some of the other attractions that our viewers should be aware of?
Well, you need to get on the water. That is one of our focal points at the harbor. So either you're going to dine along the water, waterfront dining, or you're going to rent a kayak or charter a boat.
Oh my.
But you need to make sure you get on the water. It's delightful. Wednesday nights throughout the summer, we have sailboat races where you can either enter the races or you can watch them from the shore. We have festivals and events that go on throughout the year. And of course in the spring boat shows, and in the fall we have the largest in-water boat shows in the country. Always something going on.
That's awesome. So for people who are looking for a weekend or a week here, what are the lodging options?
We have every hotel brand you can think of. So if you're a Marriott fan or a Westin fan or so on, we have beautiful hotel properties. We also have special historic inns. And a lot of people use those when they have a special anniversary, wedding, birthday. So lots of choices.
That's awesome. Are there tours, professional tours?
There are tours. Many of them come right out of the Visitor Center, which is on West Street, downtown Annapolis. You can start your tour there, sign up for a walking tour, a trolley tour. There are costumed docents and guides who will take you around in period. So that's always a lot of fun.
That sounds like fun. Yeah. So let's see, the last thing, how do people get here?
You can get here very easily, especially from Baltimore on bus number 14. We have no problems with transportation.
The Maryland Transit, MTA?
Maryland Transit, yes,
Fantastic.
MTA,
Fantastic.
and Annapolis Transit, of course. So easy access. We're only a few minutes away.
Connie, thank you so much for sharing information about this great city of Annapolis.
Gail, it's always my pleasure to do that. Glad to have you, and come back again soon.
Thank you.
Coming up next, a look at the Preakness. Stay with us.
They say that when you're facing extreme danger, your life flashes before you. If you think that's sad, consider facing it before you even have enough life to flash before your eyes. Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Deaths and injuries can be prevented by using the right car seat. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to know what is appropriate for each age and size.
You wouldn't let money just blow out of your house. So when your AC or heater is on, make sure the doors, windows, and fireplace flue are shut tight. If you're headed out, turn down the AC or lower the heat by 10 degrees. And always keep your water heater set at 120. A little bit of common sense goes a long way. Get more great tips at energysaver.gov.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Buzzed, busted, and broke, because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back. The Preakness is a popular annual event in Maryland. The 140th running of the second jewel in racing's crown is held at Pimlico Racecourse, along with an exciting day of great entertainment and activities. Joining us with more on what to expect this year is Ashley Eisenbiel of Pimlico's Public Information and ticket office. Welcome.
Welcome, thank you.
Oh, this is exciting. Preakness Steaks.
It is.
First of all, the second jewel, why is it called the second jewel in the Triple Crown?
Well, that refers to the Kentucky Derby, which is the first jewel.
Okay.
And then we have the Preakness at Pimlico, and then Belmont in New York. So we are the center jewel in the crown.
Center and the best.
Crown. We are.
We are the best. So tell me a little bit of how long has the Preakness existed and what makes it an exciting event for Maryland?
Well, this year is going to be the 140th Preakness.
Okay.
The first Preakness was in 1873, and it was won by the horse Survivor.
Wow, okay, Survivor. So maybe somebody should name their horse Survivor or something and make it work. Somebody's already thought about that. Okay, so this year, a lot of exciting events. It's more than just the Preakness. There's a day of activities.
Absolutely. We have concerts in the infield. This year we have headliner Arden Van Buren. We also have Childish Gambino, and then we're also going to have Easton Corbin Country Singer, 1,000 Horses, and Trampled by Turtles.
Wow. Okay, so that's musical entertainment, and then there's food, I imagine.
Absolutely. We're also going to have the Budweiser Clydesdales out there.
Wow.
They're going to come out. They're great. We also are going to have the flyover with the military. The Naval Glee Club is going to be singing Maryland, My Maryland.
Wow.
So that's always great to see.
Okay, I'm trying to remember. I don't know if I said it in my intro. What's the exact date of the Preakness again?
It's going to be May 16th.
May 16th, and this day of activities, what time does everything start?
Well, gates open at 8 a.m. The first post will be around 10:30, and the actual Preakness Stakes will go off at 6:20.
Goes off at 6:20, and all the entertainment happens throughout the day?
Throughout the whole day.
Okay, great. Now, how do people get there? Of course, hint, hint, you're on the MTA TV show, so there you go. What's the best way to get to the Preakness?
Using the MTA is definitely going to be the best way to avoid traffic, and, you know, we have the convenient shuttles from your stations that come up on Preakness Day, and everybody who's always come that way have said, like, you know, it's such less headache than sitting in your car for, you know, getting there is the easy part, but leaving when everybody else wants to leave, so jumping on a shuttle and taking it down is going to be the best way. Okay,
this is an exciting event for Maryland. For me, it kind of kicks off the summer once Preakness gets here. And it's more than just the Preakness on that Saturday. Are there events in advance of the Preakness Saturday?
Absolutely. On Wednesday, we'll have the draw, and that's where all the horses get picked on where they're going to be in their post positions. Thursday, we have live racing. Friday is another great day of live racing with the Black Eyed Susan Day. And we also have concerts on the Black Eyed Susan Day. We have the Reagan Years, Vertical Horizon, Fuel, and Gin Blossoms. They'll all be playing on the infield that day.
A lot of music. Now, how many people are expected on the day of Preakness? How many people will be there?
120,000.
120,000 people. Okay, hey, so any do's and don'ts for 120,000 people?
Well, look on our website. It's definitely going to tell you everything you can and can't bring into the infield.
That's a good point.
But don't bring book bags. You can bring food, but just make sure you have everything in clear plastic bags and containers that can be searched. And our heaviest gate times are going to be between 12 noon and 2 p.m. So getting there either before or after those times, you're going to avoid a lot of waiting at the gate to get searched by security.
So for information, there is a website address?
Absolutely. You should visit www.preakness.com.
www.preakness.com. All the information you need.
Yep.
All right. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
And that brings us to the end of another Commuter Connections program. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. Take care.